Prime Minister's office moves to clarify Christopher Luxon comment on concern over National MPs' futures. So, Christopher Luxon just threw his own MPs under the bus. Or did he? Because now his office is doing the political equivalent of, wait, that's not what I meant. And folks, when a prime minister needs a clarification statement before the day is even over, you know we've got some grade A political drama brewing. Welcome to NZ Political Insights, where we break down the chaos so you don't have to. Hello, welcome to NZ Political Insights. If you're just watching now, please hit the subscribe button to keep you in touch with our daily new updates. What's up, political junkies? Today we're diving into a story that has Wellington buzzing louder than a parliamentary coffee machine on budget day. Christopher Luxon just said something about National MPs losing their seats, and let me tell you, the backpedaling happened faster than Winston Peters changing his mind on coalition talks. Buckle up. All right, so here's the tea. At a Tuesday press conference, a reporter asked Luxon if he was worried about national MPs who, based on current polling numbers, would lose their jobs if an election happened today. Simple question, right? Well, Luxon's response was, let's call it, less than comforting for the backbenchers sweating over those poll numbers. The Prime Minister's office quickly clarified that he was responding to a hypothetical question and reassured everyone that he's confident all national MPs will return at the next election. But here's the thing. When you need your office to issue a clarification statement within hours of a press conference, that's not just damage control, that's a full-blown political fire drill. Why this matters? Look, we all know politicians dodge hypotheticals like Neo dodging bullets in the Matrix, but when you're sitting at the helm of a government that's polling like a soggy fish and chips wrapper, those hypotheticals start feeling very real to your MPs. Speculation about Luxon's leadership has been mounting amid poor poll numbers for National, and nothing says steady leadership quite like needing to clarify that yes, you do actually care about your MPs' futures. But wait, there's more. Because if you thought that was awkward, the political backdrop makes this look like a three-ring circus. Let's talk polls. So, why is everyone so jumpy about hypothetical election scenarios? Well, recent polling shows National slipping to 34% from their 38% election win, while Labour has gained ground, rising to 31% from 26.9% at the election. And get this, a recent poll shows the results would deliver a hung parliament if an election was held today. If an election happened tomorrow, Luxon might be updating his LinkedIn profile faster than you can say coalition negotiations. The leadership whispers get loud.
Here's where it gets juicy. There's speculation about a potential coup against the Prime Minister, with Chris Bishop and Erica Stanford being mentioned as a potential leadership ticket. When journalists are asking Chris Bishop if Luxon's the best person to lead the party, and Bishop has to say he's absolutely confident in Luxon, that's political speak for the knives are being sharpened. Look, in Wellington politics, when someone says they have full confidence in the leader, that's usually about 3 weeks away from a leadership spill. It's like when your significant other says, "We need to talk." Nothing good follows that phrase. The popularity problem. Luxon's popularity ratings have been notably low, with his net approval rate dropping significantly. Compare that to past prime ministers who enjoyed honeymoon periods where voters couldn't get enough of them. Luxon, he's getting the political equivalent of read at 3:47 p.m. with no response. And in a recent jaw-dropper, Labour is now seen as most capable of handling the economy, which for National is like losing a bake-off to someone who burned toast. So what does this mean for the National Party? Glad you asked, because this isn't just about one awkward press conference. Coalition chaos multiplier. Here's the thing about being Prime Minister in a coalition government. You're not just managing your own party, you're babysitting two coalition partners who think they're co-equal rulers of Middle-earth. Luxon faces challenges from coalition partners David Seymour and Winston Peters, with only about 51% of respondents believing he's the real decision-maker in government. Imagine trying to project strength and leadership when half the country thinks Winston Peters is actually running the show from his taxpayer-funded office. It's like being the manager of a band where the bassist keeps booking gigs without telling you. The MP survival anxiety. Now back to those MPs Luxon may or may not be worried about. At current polling, many National MPs will lose their seats in the next election and be out of work. These aren't just statistics, these are people's careers, their livelihoods, their ability to afford Wellington's eye-watering rent prices. When your boss gets asked if he's worried about your future and needs a PR team to clarify his answer, that's not the confidence boost you're looking for. It's like your manager telling you, don't worry about the restructure, while avoiding eye contact and stress-eating donuts. The next election will be held sometime before December 19th, 2026, which sounds far away until you realize that in political time, that's basically tomorrow. National needs to turn these numbers around fast, or we're looking at some seriously awkward farewell speeches come election night. But here's the real question. Can Luxon pull off the comeback, or is this the beginning of the end? Luxon has stated he will absolutely lead National into the next election and doesn't take coup rumors seriously. Classic political confidence, right? But confidence and capability are two different things. You can be confident you can eat an entire pizza, but your stomach might have other opinions. The Prime Minister's office is now in full reassurance mode, insisting their plan is working and they'll get strong results in 2026. But when you're issuing statements clarifying comments about hypothetical scenarios, you're playing defense, and in politics, defense loses elections. Chris Bishop is being openly discussed in Wellington as a better leadership choice, with many saying he has political instinct, clear answers, and confidence that Luxon lacks. Now, Bishop himself has backed Luxon publicly, but we all know how this game works. Today's loyal deputy is tomorrow's reluctant savior who never wanted the job but felt duty-bound to serve. National has a choice. Stick with Luxon and hope he improves, or make a change that signals instability but might save seats. Rolling a sitting Prime